Hello and welcome everyone to BSL Season 20. It's me again, Machine, and yeah, of course, joining me for the big ZVZ day here is none other than Mr. Zero himself. Hey, how's it going, Zero?
Oh, hello, Mr. Machine. This is a pleasure. Yeah, I decided that since there were so many people who wanted to cast for Zerg's group, that we had so many casters volunteer that I picked Machine as a expert Zerg, and I decided to just make it fair to everyone, and I picked myself. So no one will feel offended that I just prioritize someone to give this great for Zerg's group to someone.
For sure, man. And yeah, it's really four amazing Zergs kind of kicking things off today. Obviously, we have it's going to be JDConan, KameZerg, StRyKeR, and Zetty to kind of kick things off. Just to kind of go over some unfortunate news, we did have to start the round of 32 off here in Group G with a walkover. Unfortunately, there was a agreed upon time between KameZerg and JDConan. KameZerg unfortunately didn't wait it, so didn't show up in time, and so yeah, JDConan will be taking the walkover off there. But yeah, with that, we're going to be getting into the next match here, which is going to be StRyKeR versus Zetty, big North American favorite, going up against Zetty from Peru. Yeah, this is going to be an exciting game to kind of get things kicked off here for us. Zero, what are your thoughts on this match?
Oh, obviously, it's. I am biased here because we have a guy who I've played a lot. I practiced a lot with StRyKeR. He's a BSL Patreon. We back in the days, few years ago, we had some coaching sessions together. So I'm always cheering for him because it's amazing to see how much he improved during the years. Like when the BSL started and now StRyKeR is like, he was a Gosu League Zerg, let's call it from my perspective, and now he's a Pro League round of 16 Zerg, so who improved so much. And yeah, we can see, if you will look at the unusual thing people don't know about you, the question, and StRyKeR answered that in high school he was one of the 6 members in Team USA who earned second place in the International Math Olympiad. So I guess that's why he's so smart, and that's why he remembers the build orders so well, and he can execute things very well. But about Zetty, I can say that I was checking, and Zetty was playing in BSL Season 6 Pro Leagues, BSL Season 7, so he's a very experienced player, and yeah, I like it. I like him as well, so it's going to be a very interesting match from my perspective for sure. And do you like ZVZ? Like as a Zerg, I know that there are Zergs who hate you either love it or hate it. So what's your take on it?
I like it a lot. It is definitely one of the more like fair and balanced mirrors, I would say. Sure, there are always going to be build order advantages in a lot of mirrors, but ZVZ is so dynamic, so aggressive. I am a Zerg that enjoys it. Does that mean it's like my best matchup? No, like not at the moment anyway. I've had periods where I felt like it was one of my better matchups, but it's really a matchup that kind of showcases that fine muta control, which is, the staple of really any good Zerg nowadays. It looks like a simple matchup to the layman, but absolutely not. I mean, there's just so much fine detail in that control in, not opening up, build order advantages for your opponent. And really, it's a matchup that can change, so quickly just based on losing 1 or 2 drones, even to some Zergling run bys or Mutalist sniping. So yeah, there's really a lot to it. Speaking of which, I will say this: as good as StRyKeR is, if he had to, and I think he would tell you himself, pick a least favorite matchup, it is absolutely ZVZ for him. So I think, he's someone who's very confident. It is Zerg vs Protoss, it is Zerg vs Terran, but he has told me multiple times in the past, man, he tends to struggle in ZVZ in particular. So no, he's kicking himself for getting this Group G here to start off with, but I think he could still make it work.
Yeah, let's hope for it. He definitely has the muta micro to do it, right? So I'm wondering why he doesn't feel so confident in this matchup. But yeah, there are many factors which you need to process in ZVZ, and yeah, that's one of the matchups which is not forgiving the mistakes.
Yeah, definitely not. It's a matchup that's very easy to get caught being greedy, right? A lot of the times you'll be punished more for making that additional drone than you would for, continuing Zergling production. And so it's so much more of a fine line you have to walk in ZVZ than really the other matchups. I feel like. So yeah, with that, I guess we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, we are ready with the first match. It's going to be StRyKeR versus Zetty. The first map is going to be Metropolis, and after that, winner will ban one map and loser will pick from the remaining. This is going to be best of 3. So let's get to the first match: StRyKeR versus Zetty.
Alrighty, folks. Spawning bottom left of Metropolis as the orange Zerg from Peru, it is DM Zetty.
And on the bottom right, the American Zerg, Mr. StRyKeR.
StRyKER's got to be happy with getting that Overlord Scout just to kind of kick things off, because it is a mirror matchup. Every single little advantage, it really feels like it gets compounded here, especially if StRyKER is to go for something like a 12 pool expand, which we see he's not doing. Looks like to be a 9 pool so far. Also pretty standard. But either way, being able to see if his opponent's going for something like a 12 pool expand, or really, even just one base layer play earlier is a pretty sizable advantage.
Yeah, so if you will, like, from the pure statistics and theory, like, there is this weird combination, this triangle that, like, 12 pool counters 9 pool, 12 hatch counters 12 pool, and 9 pool counters 12 hatch, right?
Yes.
So here we have 12 pool versus 9 pool. So in theory, it should be advantage of Zetty, but it's
True.
so easy to make a mistake while playing like that. There are so many ways, and you can always play it out as a 9 pool player as well. But it's going to be definitely a timer on StRyKER to do something when he will see that this is a 12 pool from Zetty.
Especially playing blind like this, right? If you're in Zetty's head right now, all you know is I'm going 12 pool expand. I have no idea what my opponent's doing. He could be going 12 hatch expand. StRyKER could be going 12 hatch expand for all Zetty knows.
Yeah.
So he needs to see the Zerglings, he needs to recognize the timing, and he needs to pull 2 to 3 drones. If you're someone, like Korean Zero level Queen, you can defend with just a couple drones, but most Zergs pull the 3 drones to defend the 12 pool expand. Oh wow. Yeah, it looks like StRyKER is sending the Zerglings the wrong way for a second, but still will correct that. It's really going to come down to, does Zetty pull drones here in time? And this isn't even a dedicated 9 pool from StRyKER. He's going that early layer first. Okay, Zetty sees the Zerglings. Are the drones going to be pulled?
Oh,
doesn't look like it.
This is a little bit greedy. If it would be a speed links, he could get punished.
Yeah, this is greedy. There we go. 2 drones being pulled.
Oh, I like the
so
timing.
at least he's doing this, but yeah, it is delayed, and StRyKER gonna give it up immediately. Okay, I gotta say, I think you're right. Things looking pretty decent for Zetty here. He looks like doubling down on that layer. He could probably afford to just continue a little bit of Zergling production and at least hold StRyKER's ramp leading into his main, and then drone from there.
Yeah, because what StRyKER would like to do the most is go for the hatchery now, and he will probably do the hatchery in the main base, but he would like to make it in the natural. And what Zetty should do, he should make enough links so StRyKER will not be able to make it in the main base. We can see that StRyKER has so much money, he is supply blocked, so he should go for the overlords.
Yeah,
But
he's trying to use that drone, that extra supply. But yeah, he did need to build that Overlord earlier for sure.
I guess he will still
Yeah,
keep the larvas, so that's not that big. But Zetty will have the lair. He will have obviously he will have a later spire. I think he will even need to go for the spores. But this is a dream scenario for the Peruvian Zerg.
it really is. The Spire's not. I mean, mega delay. Yeah, it is actually. Never mind. He's still gonna need to go spores. You're right. And he's kind of in this weird spot where he's continuing Zergling production a little late now.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is gonna work. He wants to put enough pressure that he keeps the mutas home. It looks like.
Yeah, it seems like he wants to force maybe a sunken end. Yeah, as you said, he wants to keep the mutas of StRyKeR home, so he will not have to make the spores so early. But this is going like it's only 3 links, but it could have been much worse for StRyKeR. But actually, this is a perfect hold from him.
It is a perfect hold, but it is a delay on these mutas, and there's more lings heading out at the moment. Okay, spores are at least building, but they're very delayed.
Ooh, StRyKeR is really respecting the links, and I think that's a good call. He will always be able to cancel. This is only 7 links in total, so one Sanger will be able to take it. Oh, I don't think you can. Can you take this?
Yeah, I don't think so. It's gonna look close, but I don't think he kills it.
Oh.
Oh, am I wrong?
Oh
yeah,
my
wrong.
god.
Holy. Wow.
Dabadim is Subagosu for 18
Wow.
months.
God, the
BSL
sell of the
even.
Peruvian calculators just went up drastically because this was a great calculation by our Peruvian Zerg.
It really was. Wow. I mean, that has to pay for itself. And look at the drone count from Zetty. The delay was just long enough. Spores in the main, spores at the natural. StRyKeR has to get some damage done here. There are 2 overlords at the north side of the map, but yeah, I don't think he can. He doesn't know about them, obviously.
So there is a spot to harass the gas, but StRyKeR doesn't seem to abuse it right now. I guess he wants to. Oh, he's going for the drones, so he will want to go for the sunkens. Oh,
yeah, probably a good call. I think sunken. I think he's got the muta count he needs.
Yeah, but he has to fight near the spores. What
control.
a micro.
Yeah, great control here from StRyKeR, and he's just going to defend these sunkens. As soon as these sunkens are up, I mean, at least Zetty's able to build muta now. He'll eventually get the count he needs. But StRyKeR really doing a great job of doing as much damage with these mutas as he possibly can.
Yeah, and he needs to dive on those mutas as quickly as possible so the muta count of Zetty will not grow too significantly. He's doing a good job to target the individual ones. Oh, but we have 5 versus 5. Zetty has a clear advantage in mutas.
Yeah, he does. StRyKER's going to need to back off. Oh, 2 more Scourge even coming in here. I think Zetty's done it.
Yeah, it seems like
even if he loses the natural hatchery, it's not going to matter. He'll never get that muta count built up again. There's only 6 drones left from StRyKER. He's forced to spore.
Yeah, I guess you are always happy when you are killing the expansion, but now nothing will stop Zetty from just putting the... I guess the Sunker will stop him if he will not kill him. Kill it?
He's at least checking the spore timing, but yeah. Guess so. I mean, those 2 free overlords.
Yeah, 2 free overlords, and maybe even some drones if Zetty will decide. Oh, 1 muta going down. That's big because he's going to be 4. Okay, he will have 5.
Oh, it's not going to kill those overlords either. I mean, still though, StRyKER so far behind. Well, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, those are the moves which are giving StRyKER a chance to come back to this game. But still, this is a big advantage for Zetty. When we can see at the supplies, it's 28 to 13.
Yeah, it's quite an advantage here for Zetty. He does not have the gas count to really ever get up to a advantage versus Zetty here in muta numbers. So it's really going to take some fine control, a lot of Zergling harass to crawl his way back into this one. I mean, Yeah, this is just a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, the only hope I can see for him is maybe go for the ninja base, but we can see that Zetty knows about it and he's immediately scouting the entire map. So I don't know. The other idea I have is go for extra hatchery, some extra drones, and switch to Hydras. Maybe I don't see a way to match up the mute account, especially with one hatchery and with this gas.
Oh yeah, I just realized the gas. I didn't even see that before.
Yeah,
but...
I just saw it as well.
Shoot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a great answer here. And here we go. Zetty gonna move in, try to kill this lower spore that should at least expose the bottom side of the mineral line and the producing spire here again for StRyKeR. And ah man, this is, if you're StRyKeR, you're just kind of collecting your thoughts at this moment. There's, you know, the writing's on the wall here.
He was trying to do something with the links, yeah, but there was everything that he needed to defend it. Beautiful hold and beautiful win by him, and first time in the Pro League for so many seasons, and he got the point on the board. Good job.
Yeah, very well done against, you know, an incredible player in StRyKeR. You know, he didn't even have the advantage of the early scout, but just kind of played out that 12 pool expand and did it really well. I was questioning the timing of the spire and the spores, but with that ling aggression, he bought himself, you know, enough time to have quite the advantage there. So very well done.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And yeah, we'll have to see. Should be at least be StRyKeR's map pick, but knowing StRyKeR's style, you know, Metropolis was really his kind of style of play. Big 4-player map. He likes to draw the games out as much as he can. You know, we'll have to see where he ends up going from here. Maybe he'd prefer a 2-player map, so there's no scouting shenanigans here early on. StRyKeR, definitely a player that he doesn't really stick with a single build order. I think he probably opened 9 pool there just to be a little unpredictable. So we might see him, you know, open up with more of a 12 pool expansion style of play, because he does have great macro, great, you know, resource management, I would say is a strength of his. So it might kind of play into a better style for him here, but we'll have to see.
Oh, the map pick is going to be crazy, Mr. Machine. We will all love it for ZVZ.
No way. Okay, I was hoping we'd get to see this today. Death Valley. You know, I haven't actually really played ZVZ here yet, now that I'm thinking about it, but it'd be fun to see if we'll see some killing the assimilator shenanigans and locked in mains, or you know, it could just be a fairly standard Zerg versus Zerg. But either way, map is ready, folks. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 2 here. And spawning bottom right side of Death Valley as the blue Zerg from Peru, currently up 1-0. It is DM Zetty.
And on the top left, fighting for his life in the winner bracket, directly from USA, this is StRyKeR.
Death Valley picked ZVZ. I mean, I think it should play pretty standard, right? It's not very easy to just kill your opponent's assimilators or your own even early on, so I wouldn't really expect too many shenanigans there, but who knows.
I was trying to play a 12 pool with the faster layer instead of speed, and expanding on the left, and with the first 6 things killing the assimilators. But I played against 9 pool with it, and 9 pool can counter it if Zerg will be aggressive enough, and 12 hatch counters it. But if the opponent, if it's going to be like 12 pool versus 12 pool, we can see that it's going to be 9 pool without the gas. Oh.
Again for
no, this is 12 pool. This
is
12.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. It was 12 pool. I kind of thought he might go 12 pool here after last game. StRyKeR he's the kind of player he just wants to get into more of a standard game, and he should be fine.
Yeah, this
Man,
is usually
that's-
the sorry.
I was gonna say that Spire snipe by Zetty last game was really the big game changer there.
Oh yeah.
I think if he didn't, yeah, it was really well timed. I didn't think he would kill it.
StRyKeR
personally,
also didn't
but-
think, because if he would know that it's killable, then he would pull some drones and just because it was so close. But And
Yeah, it
StRyKER
was
is
very well
doing
done.
it. 12 pull.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he did jump over that drone to take the, I guess, more hidden expansion here. It's going to allow him to kind of play defensive, like you said. He could just kind of hold the assimilators in his main, make less Zerglings than Zetty, and there's no way Zetty can really capitalize on it.
Yeah, we can see Zetty adding more links, because as a 12 full player, in theory, you kind of are hesitating between making 6 links and making 2 extra drones, so you will be fine against 12 hatch. So you want to scout with the Overlord to know what your opponent is doing, and based on that you are making decision if you can drone up or not. And we can see that StRyKeR is escaping with the extra drone up. The question is, will he be punished for it?
Yeah, I don't know what the drones here is for. Unless he's just rallying drones accidentally.
Maybe it's just to add extra damage while the links are fighting, but I don't think it's worthy now. He sees the links of Zetty in the natural.
Yeah. I guess that Overlord doesn't quite have vision of the Zerglings. They could be moving across the map, but yeah, either way, I don't know. And he also didn't mine out the mineral between main and natural, so transferring drones is going to be difficult initially.
And definitely it's going to be her double overlords by Zetty. No, excuse me, it's one overlord. So both of them went for layer first, so the spire timing will be similar, but those 2 drones will pay off.
Yes, I would say StRyKeR advantage at the moment. Zetty is not really going to be able to get much done with his Zerglings here. It would require some pretty fine control to go up StRyKeR's ramp, target down the assimilators, and he also doesn't have the mineral mined out to the south side of the map yet. I think that's something he could start thinking about, knowing that his opponent has taken that expansion. And yes, there we go. Zetty being able to counter this natural position with all of the Zerglings he's produced here early on would be big. I mean, I think he should just pull 3 drones and open that up right now and counter.
Yeah, that's the call. Like, definitely he has opening over there if he would want to do it. I'm shocked that StRyKeR didn't kill the assimilators. I don't know why, but it seems like Zetty is trying to make just enough links so he will not be dead to some mass link flood, and some extra drones, so he will be able to catch up with the mutas as well. But StRyKeR didn't make speed, so this is 100, which he has saved due to the not investing into the links.
Yep, exactly like you're saying. He hasn't invested into that Zergling speed, hasn't invested nearly as many minerals into Zerglings just in general. He's got the drone count lead, faster, natural, Vespian Geyser. Really, unless this Zergling counter from Zetty does some serious damage, which it might, I would say StRyKeR advantage, big advantage. Even kills the first Overlord there, getting the supply block on Zetty. Really, everything's going StRyKeR's way right now.
Yeah, he already mined extra 100 gas in the natural, so every second works for him. Zetty just now starting the gas, so he needs to deal some damage with those things. But StRyKeR will scout it very, very smartly, so he will be able to make a sunken if he will want to. But this mutas in position.
Should give him time, like you said, to make a sunken, at least pull Zerglings from the other entrance leading into his main. But yeah, really, Zetty's on a clock here. He's got to get some damage done, and we're not seeing the Zerglings move in, by the way, from Zetty anymore.
Yeah.
I guess he saw that StRyKeR scouted it, so he didn't really feel like risking all those Zerglings. At least Zetty has his natural Vespian Geyser mining now, so they're on equivalent, Vespian production for now.
Yeah,
here we go.
for now they are mining the same, but StRyKeR already mined 300 extra gas compared to Zetty, and we can see that he doesn't have it in bank, so it will show up in the battlefield, and we can see 10 mutas to 7. This is already looking great for StRyKeR, but I like what Zetty wants to do. He wants to pull all the mutas to the left and attack with the links to the bottom side of the map, but StRyKeR seems like going for the maybe counter attack. Hard to say.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the right time to counterattack. Oh, that was a big waste of Zerglings there from Zetty, unfortunately, or Scourge rather. That's pretty big. Still though, Zetty is doing damage. There are drones falling.
Yeah, definitely. This is more damage than I expected, to be honest. He should make spores now, I think, and he would be good. It's 8 to 15 drones.
Yeah. Meanwhile, StRyKeR not taking any significant damage on air. This is going to be a tough timing for Zetty to hold here. And I feel like StRyKeR has to go. I think this is a good call.
Oh, definitely. He has enough drones to make Scourges, and he has the muta number. So all he needs to do is micro well, and he showed it in the previous game that he can do it very, very well.
Yeah, this is still going to be close, though.
Oh, yeah.
And remember, like, StRyKeR has to get the kill here. If he does it, the economy of Zetty's just going to continue to snowball. And this is still very close. I feel like maybe Zetty's done it.
3 mutas only. There are some...
Wow, look at that control.
Oh, yeah. There will be some Scourges, but 5 should be enough.
Great control here from StRyKeR. If he ends up winning, it's because of the control during that engagement, for sure. Still, though, we have Scourge rallying in from Zetty. Even just a couple big connections here would reduce the muta count. Oh, 3 still left, though. Maybe StRyKeR... It looks like StRyKER's done it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is enough. Like, 3 mutas is the magical number. And even if he will kill the mutas now, I mean Zetty, this was enough damage, and now StRyKeR with the drone advantage.
Yes. Oh man. Poor Zetty just trying to get out with a muta and a Scourge. More and more drones falling. There we go. Big connections there again from StRyKER. And GG is called here. We have a 1-1 between these two.
Yeah, StRyKER fights back.
Yeah, I think kind of like you were saying, he almost made that game more difficult than it needed to be. If he had just killed the assimilators in his main, he would only have one pathway to defend the Zergling timing. So maybe he took a little more damage than he wanted to from that counter timing from JDConan, but still had the correct build order. You know, he was able to get away with those couple drones early on, which just really bolstered his economy, along with not, you know, spending that 100 gas on Zergling speed, as you pointed out, Zero. It was just a recipe for a big win when he needed it most there.
Yeah, but that was still much closer than I expected. It looked like StRyKER has every tool to defend it without taking any damage, but Zetty really pulled it close to the edge where StRyKER needed to show his great muta micro to be able to pull it out and to tie it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Zetty doing a phenomenal job as well. Seems to be completely fine in the driver's seat, being, you know, aggressive. We've seen it 2 games in a row, 2 12 pool expands, 2, you know, really aggressive like Zergling plays. He likes to keep his opponent on the back foot, and it came really close to getting him a win there in game 2 as well. But yeah, it looks like game 3 here going to be on Radeon, another massive 4-player map similar to game 1 here, and one, you know, everyone's going to be very familiar with for ZVZ. So it's a nice one to kind of close this series off with. But yeah, with this, folks, both our players are ready, so let's go ahead and jump into game number 3. And here we go, spawning bottom left side of Radeon as the red Zerg from Peru. It is DM Zetty.
And on the top left location, directly from USA, this is Mr. StRyKeR.
It's really anyone's game at this point. I don't know who's gonna take it. I'll honestly say that, Zero. I have no clue at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Zetty really shows a very, very good understanding of ZVZ. And I didn't know that about StRyKeR, but that he is not too in love with ZVZ. So there are definitely chances for Zetty, and that would be probably a mistake, not a mistake, but a surprise, because everyone would probably, or many people would probably give a bigger chance to StRyKeR to pull it out, right?
I guess. I know StRyKeR wouldn't give himself the chance though, for sure. I'm being honest. Like, he really has like a mental thing about ZVZ, even though he's great at it. Honestly, he's still very exceptional, but I think he feels that he's not as good Zerg vs Zerg. But I mean, still has that control, right? We've seen it every single game. He's got impeccable muta control, which is really, so important for the matchup.
Yeah, exactly. Like, sometimes when you feel like you are better than your opponent in ZVZ, then you want to get the game to the point where you are both on the equal muta level or amount, but you are not losing the game with some mass links or stuff like that. So you are doing everything to put the game even at the moment when the mutas are arriving, and I guess that's where 12 pool helps, that you can play against basically everything and adjust to basically everything with the 12 pool, and both of them decided to go with this build order, so both are going for 6 links.
3 games, and we've seen, what, like 5 12 pools out of these 2 over the last 3 games. 12 pool expand. Definitely feels like a meta pick for them at the moment, which is cool. Like, it's definitely the middle of the road build in CVZ. You're basically saying, like, all right, I'm not really going to have any aggression early on, but I'm going to hold an expansion. And, if you get away with something like a 12 hatch, sure, go for it. You get the easy win, good luck. But, it's just kind of a very back foot approach to playing Zerg vs Zerg. I personally like 12 pool expands myself, so I do it quite often. But yeah,
I have ZVZ in my group, so I will say that I don't like it, but everyone who watches my stream knows that that's all I do in ZVZ. 12 pool all the time.
12 pool expo, yeah. It's it's a really good way to play. It honestly is.
Okay, so what you want to do after 12 pool, you want to add 2 extra drones, so you will have 9 drones mining minerals and 3 drones mining gas, but you also want to have enough links to defend, so if you will not scout what your opponent is doing and how many links there are, you can be punished with mass links and losing 1 link or 2 links like that. Like, 2 links is 1 drone basically, so it's half a drone was killed by Zetty. And another link.
He even loses it. Yeah, he wanted to try to scout the main, but at least whenever you have just that single Zergling, it's taking up a whole supply. A lot of times Zergs will just throw it away just to be able to build an extra drone or something.
I don't know if you played on the ladder against the Zergs, which are skipping the layer and going for the third hatch mass links, and maybe that's what he was trying to scout. If the layer is on the way, and that's what he... Oh, I thought that he will go for Zetty. What a block.
Yeah, I know that style of play. Urbmon does that a lot, actually, I want to say.
If you overload scout last, then it's very hard to defend.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Okay.
Still, it looks like Zetty's just kind of content with blocking the ramp, preventing any scouting. If you're StRyKeR, you just see that single drone at the natural. I don't know. He's got to be feeling okay. This is still like very dead even game state though.
Oh, I think Zetty really has a shot. He didn't lose, like, StRyKeR already lost 4 links for nothing, and he has 2 extra drones, so with 8 links advantage, in theory for Zetty, StRyKeR is having the defender's advantage, but I would say that this is definitely a good timing for Zetty, but this is a better arc for StRyKeR, so it's going to be very
That was a very
close.
good arc. StRyKeR, yeah. Like you said, that defender's advantage too. Oh, still Zetty might have done it. Yeah. Wow. StRyKeR building mutas. They're not going to be out in time. Not before 8 Zerglings do some significant damage to this mineral line.
Yeah,
It's just the hardest line to walk, and ZVZ is just trying to defend without a sunken, you know, right before mutas are up. Every Zerg does it. GG is called, and it looks like Zetty going to take a very close series over StRyKeR 2-1.
Yeah, congratulations to him. He came back to the Pro League after so many seasons and already pulling the win off. So very, very impressive. And congratulations to Zetty. Very deserved, well deserved, because he was playing magnificently this ZVZ.
Yeah, he really was. You know, ZVZ is a game that's all about momentum. A lot of the times you could pull out that big win just by being the aggressor, you know, like really catching your opponent off guard. And we saw every single game. Zetty was trying to keep StRyKeR on the back foot, you know, doing a lot of Ling, you know, timings right before Spire, pulling, you know, StRyKER's mutas one way and attacking somewhere else. But yeah, definitely was able to get it done there when he needed it most. So Zetty will move on here to the winter final of the Group G, where he will face JDConan on Death Valley for Game 1. Yeah, I know we didn't get a chance to see JDConan, you know, play the first series, but I could tell you what an incredible Bolivian Zerg in him. He is someone who we've seen participate multiple BSLs, have some very close series against some very tough Zergs. I think back to when he faced Zetty in one of the prior BSLs. And they ended up having like a very, very close series, which anytime you're having a close series against Zetty, ZVZ, you're doing something right, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I would go as far to say is JDConan might be the favorite to walk out of this group today in first place. He's just such an incredible player, and you know, you're talking about players who have really kind of come into their own and become much stronger over multiple series of BSLs, and JDConan is the epitome of that, man. He's learned so much over the last few seasons, continues to grind, continues to put a lot of time in, and it really pays off for him.
Yeah, and we can see, I'm always paying attention to that, but I'm very, very happy that we have such a young player like JDConan. He's 1999, so I don't know many younger players, especially who achieved such a high level. So very impressive and very nice to see him still improving. It's definitely easier to improve when you are younger. At least that's my excuse when I'm older now.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, for sure. You get a little lazier. You have a little less time when you're older, for sure. Whereas you still have that will when you're younger, for sure. Oh man, he's got the same mouse as me. I didn't realize that. That's kind of cool. The Glorious Model O. That's cool.
And he's playing Broodwar from 2019 compared to Zetty, who is playing from 2001. So 18 years of experience for Zetty.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of experience. Most Broodwar players are more similar to Zetty in that, right? Like started playing very, very early on. It's very rare to see someone say, "Oh yeah, I just started picking up in 2019." That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's like warming my heart to see that there are still some crazy people who are doing that. Because you need such a hard power of will to be able to go through the first 200 games, which you are losing 190 out of.
Yep.
You really need a strong person to be able to start playing Broodwar from the beginning. But we are ready for the first game. It's going to be on Death Valley. Winner of this best of 3 will advance to the round of 20 of this season.
Here we go. Spawning bottom right side of Death Valley as the blue Zerg from Bolivia. It is JDConan.
And on the top left, proving his worth in ZVZ, winning against StRyKeR 2-1. Peruvian Zerg, this is Zetty. Oh, now I'm thinking that this is also the battle for the best Zerg in South America.
Yeah, I guess it is actually. I would say these are really the two top Zergs at the moment in South America. So, you know, they've faced off against each other quite a bit. They probably have their own tendencies. 9 gas to kick things off here from JDConan. I love that build. I love it. I love it, Zero. It's so good.
Oh yeah, it's so
Especially
hard
on
to
these
stop.
2-player maps.
2 players map, and if you have this magnificent Muta micro, I played against JDConan a couple times in Broodwar Clanic. He has such a magnificent Muta micro. Like, if you play against him, even Muta number versus even Muta number, at least from my perspective, I lose 8 out of 10 against him. So good.
Yeah, he's really got that fine Muta control that you kind of need. He's just exceptional, man. He's so good at this matchup, at every matchup, but ZVZ as well, I would say.
So let's analyze, like, the advantage of JDConan will be he will have extra gas, like extra 200 gas, but Zetty will have the expansion. But if we will compare it to the 9 pool, there will be no link pressure from JDConan, but he will also have much better position to transition into the normal game against the 12 pool, because he will force spores, and with the mutas he will be able to defend his own expansion. So his goal will be to just equalize the mining gas in the natural timing, and with the faster gas mining in the main base, it shouldn't be that hard to do. So very interesting openings from those guys.
Very interesting from JDConan here. He opted for Zergling speed after 9 gas, which kind of makes you think he wants to get aggressive with these Zerglings here. There's kind of 2 styles. Some Zergs like to just hold their ramp, not get the Zergling speed, get that faster second hatchery in the main, you know, play defensive, or you do this. And, you know, it's going to be a lot more on the control end here for JDConan. That his own natural or second hatchery will be delayed, but hopefully Zetty recognizes what he's up against here.
Yeah, if his links will be caught over here, like, it's 8 speed links versus 8 normal links, so in theory JDConan should have a better arc. So let's see if JDConan will not be surprised. Oh, that's quite good for Zetty.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for Zetty there. JDConan looks like he's just going to run by, continually rallying more and more Zerglings as well. Nice block of that assimilator there from Zetty. But yeah, JDConan going to run inside the main here. He's giving himself more and more time. There's probably a Spire going down inside his own main at the moment. And look at how annoying this control is here. Actually, get as many drones as I was thinking, though.
Oh yeah, that
Zetty
was excellent by Zetty.
Yeah, it really was. Still, his Spire's halfway done, and Zetty's Zerglings are on the opposite side of the map here. He's got a pressure. Like, he has to go now.
Oh yeah. At least force a sunken from JDConan. He don't. Yeah, that's what JDConan is doing. Because even if he would have a mutas and wouldn't have a sunken, he wouldn't be able to move out with the mutas and attack with them without the sunken.
There's a link counter even from JDConan.
Oh yeah.
He did have the better arc. Oh, but it looks like it's cleaned up though from Zetty. Well done from Zetty here. Wow, Sunken's not done yet. This is really Zetty's time to get a little bit of damage done. Even focuses on the Sunken.
Oh. I mean, it creates an opportunity for more links counterattacks, but I think he should go for the Spore, because it's going to be hard to defend those mutas from JDConan. Oh, more links.
Yeah, yeah, that's a lot more Zerglings, actually. Either way, Zetty is going to have to defend against this many Zerglings moving across the map with that weak Spire as well. He can do it, though. We're actually seeing Zetty pull the mutas out of position here. Yeah, looks like Zetty just wants to go for it. I don't know if this is the right call, like you're saying.
With the links, you can keep the mutas in base right now. Obviously, oh, maybe he will go for this is the Peruvian calculator working again, but I don't know. This is
Yeah,
perfect for
does-
JDConan.
It was very perfect for JDConan there. Kept the Zerglings close in with the drones to defend. Still, though, this economy of Zetty has not been affected. Hasn't even been touched. There is a second, extractor up now as well. So this will put JDConan on a timer. At the same time, though, JDConan's been -9 gas from the start. So he's got that 5 mutas. I think he's got even more trailing behind, along with some Scourge. So there might be a window here for JDConan to get damage done.
Yeah, like against the most Zergs, having 4 mutas and bunch of Scourges would probably work. Against JDConan, it's so hard, especially that he is looking for this timing with the 4 Scourges, so it's going to be 6 mutas. 5 mutas for Zetty though, so... Yeah, let's see.
Oh, here we go. But Zetty's all over it. Good connects. He's got the Scourge coming in as well. Not quite getting any connects. JDConan's own Scourge coming in now. And, oh man, this is just so much control for each of these players. Oh, big connect there. And JDConan might have done it. Looks like he's got 3 wounded mutas left. 1 Zergling inside the main, trying to be focused down there from Zetty. And yeah, it looks like JDConan's just done crippling damage here to this economy.
3 mutas is all he needs. It's only 4 drones, 3 drones left. There will be some Scourges. WW from Zetty.
Yeah, GG is called there from Zetty. Very, very close. I like the build order, selection there from JDConan to go that 9 gas opener, especially on a 2-player map. So, really well done there. And that's a big first win in this matchup here for JDConan.
Yeah, very, very big and very... I would say... How to say it? Like, he didn't do... He played the most safe build possible. So I would say that he feels pretty confident going into the second game.
Very true. 9 gas opener is just a very defensive opener. It's very safe, like you're saying. There's not a whole lot of things that really can kind of just run over 9 gas early on. Sometimes a well executed 9 pool can do some damage early on, but other than that, you're not really going to take any damage. And it really says I'm confident in my muta control, so I'm going to start mining gas earlier than you, and I'm going to make more mutas, and I'm going to kill you with them, basically. So I really do like the confident play there from JDConan. Still, though, this is going to be Zetty's pick here. We obviously saw in the last series, he's someone who likes to get pretty aggressive. He will go for those earlier timings. So if JDConan does slip up even for a second, this could be, a quick win for Zetty as well. But yeah, we'll have to see what map he goes with here. Oh, and it's going to be Radion. Big 4-player map. I mean, it went well for him in the previous series with StRyKeR. So I think a good selection here for Zetty in this matchup. But with this, both our players are ready to go, folks. So let's go ahead and jump into game number 2. And spawning top right side of Radion as the red Zerg looking to make a comeback here. It is DM Zetty.
And the bottom left, the Bolivian Hope, who said that his dream is to be the best South American player. He's on the road to prove it. This is JDConan.
Really well played from him game 1 there. He's got to be feeling good going into game 2, with an advantage on a big 4-player map. The interesting thing is this is actually a cross-map spawn from each of these players. So I would say if Zetty does what he's been doing and goes for that 12 pool expand, he should have the advantage here.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see. It is an Overlord.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Could be.
Do you also do it sometimes when you play against a player which you think is better, then you are saying like, screw it, let's go for 12 hatch. If it will work, then I will have advantage. If not, then I would lose anyway. Like maybe.
Yeah, I definitely do that. Or there's certain players who never 9-pool, you know? I'll do that against them a lot of the time too. Because
Oh,
it
yeah.
is just, it's calculated risk. I never used to like to go for those coin flip type builds, right? Like for a long time, I never 12 hatched and I would just complain whenever I lost a 12 hatch and went
Yeah.
12 pool. But now I've kind of embraced it. I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and go 12 hatch this game. I either die early or I win. You know, like
Yeah.
it's kind of, there's no in between. You either get caught going 12 hatch or you have a massive advantage, and it's just the easiest game.
Yeah, I love this approach as well, and maybe it would even work in the crest position, but right now we will have 9 pull into layers, so same opening as StRyKeR did in the first game on Metropolis, if I'm correct. Let's see
Yes,
if
it was.
there will be some extra drones, because I guess StRyKeR added some. But did Zetty add the extra drone? No, he didn't. So this is going to be 6 links. Or it should be 6 links.
Which is good here. You want to kind of, you know, be safe with it. We're actually even seeing Zetty, yeah, keep that extra drone on gas a little longer. Oh, he does scout the incoming Zerglings, though, of JDConan. He should pull a couple drones here.
Because he don't know if it's speed or not.
Yeah, you can't know. I think you just kind of have to pull the drones. At least I do, or I die.
Yeah, me too. I'm pulling the drones usually, and what Zetty was doing very well against StRyKeR, he was putting the drones a little bit later, but now it's going to be risky. Oh, JDConan is hesitating, but there was a numbers advantage for... Oh my god, Zetty somehow knows that this is...
Yeah, he somehow knows. That's really weird. I pull drones 100% of the time, and I think most of the Koreans do too, but he did not. He said, I think this is just 9-pool layer.
Oh.
And it is. So it worked.
There is a Polish Zerg who would probably accuse someone of using some special programs after seeing that happening, but oh, even one.
I've heard of this guy.
Yeah, I don't remember the nickname, but I guess something is ringing in.
Yeah, something sounds familiar. But yeah, no, that is just a really random call. I'll say that from Zetty, but it ends up being the correct decision. Now we have Zetty with a big supply advantage. I mean, he's had the drone count advantage the whole time, or for the majority of this, I would say. JDConan has not been mining all of the minerals efficiently, but he still has such a faster Spire here. Oh wow, Zetty going straight for Spore. I think this is better, actually. I like this adjustment from Zetty, because he was not doing this for StRyKeR. He was just going Spire and then being hyper aggressive with the Zerglings. But JDConan, look at that arc. Like, he's got big defender's advantage here. He's got a good amount of Zerglings. He's definitely not being too greedy. We noticed that with his mineral line.
Yeah, he respects the mass links possibility, but on the other hand, he didn't even add the sunken, so that's what's working for him, and that's going to be good, because if there will be mass link flood, he will have 2 hatcheries to start producing his own links, so he will be able to move out with the mutas. Oh, this is a Spire position. This is a risky position. Let's see if it's going to be exploitable. I don't know if it's a word, but it's going to be possible to exploit it.
Yeah, it might be possible to exploit it, but he's at least going to go for this first Overlord, which is always a nice pickup. There's also no Spore defending the natural mineral line of Zetty, so any extra minerals he'd be mining, he won't be... Oh, there we go. He's got at least one morphing in now. But still, it's going to be an exposed mineral line the longer the game goes on here. Once Zetty... Or once JDConan gets about 5 mutas, there's just no way he'll be able to mine at that natural. And saw the Spire, but it doesn't look like he wants to attack it.
Yeah, there are a few ways of playing it out. JDConan could go for mass links and try to expect that Zetty will be too greedy and drawn up too highly or too much, but after seeing the Spire timing, I think he decided that it's not worth it, so he's going for the expansion, and I like this call. He has the drones, he will have 3 hatcheries to build it up, so Very interesting.
Yeah, I like this play here from JDConan. He's powering hard too. You know, he's got the 5 mutas, but other than that, he's really starting to drone up this natural. We're seeing him take that extractor at the natural preemptively. He's going to put himself in a great position here. Oh, he was looking for the drones at that natural expansion, but a little too well defended there from Zetty. And Zetty now with the first mutas of his own.
So in theory, you need 9 drones mining minerals to support 2 gases mining to produce mutas. But when you are trying to build this 500 gas, sometimes you might need a 3rd hatchery, and it's quite hard to know when you should make the 3rd hatchery or when to invest into mass mutas. I guess that he can go for the upgrade as well, just to try to catch up, if in case JDConan would go for his own.
Yeah. And I don't know. I always feel like you should expect to go that +1 armor ZVZ, especially in a map where both players have an expansion like this, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Easier said than done. Like you said, when you've banked up a good amount of SP and gas and you're on this 2 base, 2 hatch tech, it's really tough to afford that 3rd hatchery, but it is such a big advantage to have it.
Oh yeah.
Because if you're just spending all of your gas and minerals as soon as they come in, you could afford nonstop muta, and that's about it. You're never going to get a 3rd hatchery. So you kind of have to cut off your muta production, and know when it's appropriate to do so before putting down that 3rd hatchery.
That's actually the game kind of equalizes, because JDConan mined like around 300 gas more in the main base, but Zetty mined around 300 gas more in the natural. They both didn't go for the speed, so they both mined the same amount of gas. So in theory, they should have access to producing the same amount of mutas. None of them went for this. Oh, I guess there are 4 scourges for JDConan, but it's not that big of a deal, and he will have a faster upgrade. So now, in theory, JDConan can be a little bit vulnerable, but there will be a defender's advantage if Zetty would try to abuse the fact that there is no 150 gas in the disposal of JDConan. But
definitely,
beside that, everything kind of look equal. Beside the 3rd
advantage
hatch.
Zetty, yeah. Besides the 3rd hatchery, so that is a big advantage for Conan. What Zetty has though are spores, so he's not really afraid of any kind of a counterattack. That's really the only advantage he has right now. And it's a big advantage, right? Like plenty of Zergs throw games away by trying to attack into too many spores, especially when the game is very even. So JDConan, that's why we see him kind of sitting back on his side of the map. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up going for the faster 3rd or something like this.
He will definitely have money for it at some point, and Zetty was moving out. I'm shocked that he's not upgrading anything in the Spire.
It's tough to know when you can and when you can't. It's a very fine line to walk, right? Because especially early on, if you're making even just the attack upgrade, that's 1 less muta, which a lot of the times is all it takes to change a fight. So it's difficult.
Yeah, it's always a hard call. I think it's even harder for the guy without the spores, but I really love this link tweak, so you are not using the overlords.
Yeah, and constantly pulling overlords to their doom. Nice little pickup here from Zetty. That's how you start getting yourself back into a close ZVZ like this. So he just gets a few more of those.
Ooh.
Oh, no way. Look at that reaction time.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That was beautiful by Zetty, but the Coinbase will be done now for JDConan. This is going to be, in theory...
He can't fight into spores, though. Spores are... If JDConan attacks into the spores, he could throw this one right now.
Oh,
we'll
yeah, for sure. He can't attack to the spores. I'm wondering what's the timing that Zetty is looking for. I guess maybe he was looking for 24 mutas or something like that. He is building up, maybe trying to build up entire gas. Nice catch on the mutas. JDConan. The supplies are in favor of Zetty somehow. And
Yeah, they are. Even with the lower drone count and everything. Still though, it's not like he's waiting for an upgrade or something, Zetty anyway. We see JDConan is taking his third at 6 o'clock too, so this is definitely going to put Zetty on a timer here.
yeah, exactly.
Zetty's got like 600 gas he's got to spend, so he's probably waiting for a couple overlords, and then I bet he hits a timing on 6 o'clock, because he knows he cannot give JDConan a third gas, or he'll lose this. There we go. Overlord's finished. There's so
link
much.
speed. He invested into link
Yeah,
speed. I like it. So he will attack the main base and try to kill the third base with the link speed. And there are so many scourges from JDConan.
Oh, big connections from all those scourges there from JDConan. Still though, he got caught without a group of mutas initially.
Yeah.
This is gonna be close.
The third base is falling at the same time. It seems
Wow,
like Zetty
very-
advantage. Oh, maybe not. It's 11.
It's so close. Yeah, he maybe has advantage. No way he has advantage. That's insane.
Especially with 400 gas in the bank.
He's now freed up the supply to make more too. And
Yeah.
he's big circling counter from JDConan though. At the same time.
Oh, that's brilliant. There is nothing in the main base that is not attacking with all the mutas. And the scourges.
Yeah.
Oh, the spire will be
Nice drone pull
sniped.
though. Looks like Zetty's still winning the fight inside JDConan's main though, so this is just like, I don't know, base trade scenario almost from each of these players. Here comes big Scourge connections. Oh, but Zetty all over it. Great control. Lost a couple mutas there, but I don't know. I think Zetty might do it here.
He didn't kill the spire. Oh my god, what a mistake from JDConan. He definitely had the tools to do it. Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Oh, the burrow for the drones. I love it.
Oh, that's nice. I haven't seen that in a long time. CBZ. Wow. Yeah, these mutas are just going to be a little too much. There's still no spores here from JDConan.
Yeah, there are some rally point mutas as well. JDConan is not mining. He lost the third base. And GG from JDConan.
Wow.
Zetty is tying it up. Impressive.
Yeah, tied it up. Very impressive, especially given the positions. Like, JDConan had advantage. He had, like we said, he had that third hatchery. He had, the quicker armor upgrade. Everything really looked to be going his way. Had drone advantage maybe as well. Yeah. But yeah, just chose to make an engagement at the wrong time. He didn't need to move across the map. It felt like if he just sat over a third base or something, things might have gone a little better for him. But yeah, with that, Zetty gonna tie it up after a very close game too.
Yeah, very, very impressive. And Zetty is really showing the ZVZ skill. I think that was a little bit unfortunate for JDConan to not have all the mutas grouped up, but I guess that was well planned by Zetty to attack to the multiple fronts and to pull those mutas with the links. That was well done by him.
It really was. That's kind of the disadvantage of having an additional base is more points to defend. And, Zetty did a great job with basically Zerglings that he had to produce early on. They ended up killing off a base. It's not even like the reaction from JDConan with that extra group of mutas was slow, right? Like he responded very quickly.
Yeah.
It still just was not enough. Even with the upgrade advantage. I was very surprised by that. But yeah, very well done there from Zetty. So with that, it's 1-1. Winners finals for Group G is anybody's game at this point between these two. So yeah, map 3 going to be Polestar, another large 4-player map choice here from JDConan. So doesn't look like he wants to change much. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 3. Here we go. Spawning bottom left side of Polestar. It is JDConan.
And on the top left, fighting for his first round of 20, because this is first round of 20 in history of BSL, but fighting for his advance from the round of 32. This is Zetty. It would be a surprise, especially from this very highly stacked group. Zetty really proving his worth over here.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's having some very close games, but has been very confident in his play. It's really been 12 pool expo all the way, all day today from Zetty. So we'll see if he kind of continues with that. JDConan, we saw that 9 gas opener game 1. We saw a 9 pool opener game 2. And it looks to be another 9 pool here out of JDConan. Everybody's been 9 pooling against Zetty, even though he's showing 12 pool expand every single game.
Maybe last week he was playing 12 hatch, like, and now he
yeah,
just...
that's funny.
like, maybe he just switched to like full 12 pool. He was showing 12 hatch everywhere, and now everyone's like, I can't let him escape with that, and he's very mind reading his opponents. Or
That's
using
kinda,
the program.
Yeah, or using a program, yeah. Definitely. Man, I mean, it's working. Definitely been working for him. Yeah, if I knew, I would mix in a 12 hatch at this point. I think if I saw my opponent go 12 pool 6 games in a row or something like that, I'd be like, okay, now it's worth a chance at risking it, maybe. Either way, it's going to be 9 pool. We'll see if it's 9 pool speed or not. Because remember, last game, there was no reaction from Zetty. He did not pull any drones, not even a single drone, to help defend the natural. And no, it's StRyKeR. So.
And also, the Overlord scouting for JDConan is really big, because then he will know what's going on, and that's
yeah.
I guess I would say that it's bad for Zetty. It would be good for him to know that those links are coming and that this is a layer first again.
Yeah, it would be good to know, but yeah, he doesn't. So again, he has to expect that this could be a 9 pool speed. And we do see the drone pull this time. So he's at least not recognized something. Might be 9 pool speed. And it looks like JDConan has the better position holding this ramp. This looks miserable for Zetty to try to get out of his main here. I really like this from JDConan.
I guess it's a little bit questionable for Zetty to not see any more links coming in, so that's why he decided to move out. But if it would be 9 pool speed, oh, what a great trade for JDConan.
Wow. Yeah, that was an incredible trade. Definitely went JDConan's way. And I mean, look at this. We saw almost no Zerglings from JDConan. He had been droning pretty much that whole time. So it didn't really, yeah, we've got full mineral saturation. This was not a big committal from JDConan at all.
And yeah, he will go for the hatchery. This is a very, very defensive approach from him. I think in the last game he ended up being in that decent position. So if he will not only, like, if he watched the replay and he's seen that he had a car pace, he had the numbers, he just didn't have the mutas in position, maybe he just want to put himself in the similar position and just not make the mistake again.
He's being very safe though with that sunken. We didn't see that last game, and we're also, oh, he canceled it. Okay, nice. I was gonna say he doesn't need that sunken for sure. I don't know, man. We're seeing Zetty still mining with 3 on gas in the main, despite layer not even being done yet. He does. Ah, man. I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows how fast JDConan's Spire is.
That's very greedy from Zetty. 16, 17 drones right now. Like, we have 10 links to 11 right now. So very, very on the edge from Zetty. If only JDConan would have a couple extra links, he could punish this greedy play. And it's very risky when you play Spores, and you can't lose the link at battle. I guess now he's adding a couple more links just to be safe.
Mutas are out. I'm surprised he even goes to the ramp. I thought he would just run straight for the natural. But this is going to be pretty big here for JDConan. Still no Spore in the natural mineral line. I don't understand why you wouldn't get one, but it's not.
And a very fast expansion from JDConan, so this is how he prepares to react to the 12 pull.
Yeah, looks like he's going to start droning. And yeah, this 4 is very late at the natural here from Zetty. I'm surprised he's not even just doing some damage with the Muta to the Spore. He probably could have prevented it from starting up, but nope. He's going to pull his Muta back. Says, you know what, I think I'm in a fine position. I just don't want to lose any Mutalisks.
He's looking for the overlords, but there are none. Zetty did a great job pulling every overlord back to the main base. This is also great, but yeah, again, there will be this extra hatchery, so JDConan can already make the extractor, so it's going to be similar timing of mining gas.
Yeah,
I guess that's what this drone's supposed to do.
Yeah, he's not running through the mineral. There we go. So yeah, we'll take the extractor. We're seeing the extra drones already be produced here from JDConan inside the main. So once that natural's up, you should be able to saturate it very well. There we go. Big drone pull here from JDConan. I love it. There's Scourge out? Why go Scourge? This is something KameZerg does a lot of times. He'll just go Mass Ling Scourge and Scourge Overlords. It's a really annoying style to play against CBC. I don't even know if it's good. It's just really annoying to play against. You're constantly supply blocked. There's always Zergling counterattacks happening. But normally you do it with a third hatchery. So I'm a little surprised Zetty's was trading that for overlords there.
Especially that he's doing that against the free hatch, so it's not that big of a deal for JDConan to just make extra overlords. And I guess you are gaining some tempo advantage with this move, but it should be followed up by some attack, most likely. So yeah, I'm surprised he went for it, but maybe he feels like... Maybe he thought that he has bigger gas advantage, or that he's mining this second gas longer. Yeah, and then he actually does.
Yeah, you could be right. Mineral production is also down from Zetty too. We're only seeing the 2 drones at his natural mining minerals to, you know, a good 5 here from JDConan. Again though, Zetty, and I said it last game, he has the Spore advantage, and it's not the biggest advantage, but it is something. Like, you sometimes will win games because your opponent attacks into Spores. So maybe it's going to at least hinder JDConan from looking for any timings anytime soon.
Yeah, and I guess Zetty did a good job to not overreact with the links. Like, he really started droning up relatively early, and his spire timing is also very quick. Sometimes you can see players delay it for a long time, like they don't even go for the layer or delay the spire, but this spire is relatively fast. But again, we will have the upgrade advantage, this time the attack upgrade, so maybe he would want to jump on top of the Spore?
Maybe. I know that's kind of what they say, is if you're going to attack, you know, they're trying to look to kill Spores. I go armor every game, so I think it's just better for big Muta battles, but yeah, I guess if you get it, you can maybe look to pick off Spores more easily.
Somehow we have very, very close supply, so Zetty is doing good job to macro. But yeah, this upgrade advantage, there is no upgrades from Zetty, so he will probably want to go for the similar thing again.
Yeah, I'm surprised no upgrades again. You know, it's not like this has been a short ZVZ. We're 9 minutes in. Both players very stable on 2 bases. Spores even for Zetty, and like you said, it's usually more difficult of a call to make for the player without Spores on when to get upgrades. Not for the Spore player, you just get them right away. So this is just unique out of Zetty.
Yeah, like it's also hard because at least I have this rule that I don't want to attack with the mutas if I don't spend all the gas. But we can see that he is producing more links, so he's looking for some kind of a timing now where he will probably attack the natural with the links and main base with the mutas.
Yeah, it kind of seems to be his style. It'll probably be 6 o'clock again. We do see JDConan taking 6 o'clock. Now again, JDConan, there's no reason for him to attack right now.
Yeah.
He has every advantage. He should just chill out, sit back on his side of the map, because the worst thing he could do is rally into Zetty's defender's advantaged rally like point side of the map.
Exactly.
But either way, we do see Zetty is gearing up for something. And here we go. Zergling's attacking. I think he did sniff out 6 o'clock. So these Zerglings, again, likely just going to go attack 6 o'clock while everything dives into the main of JDConan. But I think JDConan's ready.
Yeah, he seems to be ready. This is a very similar situation to the previous game where Zetty will have this one shot and that's what he is going for. He will want to attack with the links and mutas at the same time, but this time all the mutas of JDConan will be there in position.
Yeah, all those Zerglings definitely in position. Whoa, switched it up though. Zerglings attached into the natural. I didn't even see that coming. Ooh, this is gonna get risky here. We're at least Zetty's mutas were pushed off, but these are some drone losses here for JDConan.
Yeah, but
Man,
overall it was a great defense and Zetty lost all the mutas. Oh, maybe not all the mutas, but he definitely lost the amount which would make him feel that he can now fight it out. Now he needs to do something wild to be able to win the muta engagement.
Yeah, he really does. He's got to just start going into maybe, I don't know, big Zergling counter timings, try to kill off 6 o'clock. You know, I don't believe he still has he's no upgrades still. Yeah, no upgrade. So it's not like he's going to get ahead on upgrades. Yeah, not even building him with the Spire. Meanwhile, it's 1-1 here for JDConan. And JDConan feels like he can just end it. He might be able to. I think it's risky though, but we'll see.
Yeah, he definitely has the great upgrades to the Water's gorgeous connections. There are only 2 spores over there. 5 mutas against around 20.
Yeah, he just has an overwhelming amount, especially with the upgrades. You can see these mutas are trading so well. He's finally able to just kind of steamroll these spores, and GG is called there from Zetty, and it looks like JDConan is going to be the victor of Group G here.
Wow, what a great play and very deserved, very deserved advance. Really showing the great form JDConan, but also a great show by Zetty.
Yeah, great show by Zetty. I mean, he took everyone, you know, to a game 3 scenario and has been able to hang on right up until JDConan. Even that last game was very close. You know, you could definitely see a world where it ended up going the other way. But yeah, JDConan does walk away with the victory of Group G. But yeah, Zetty is still going to have a chance to fight his way out of this group. As you can see here, he's going to move on to losers finals of Group G to face off against the winner of KameZerg versus StRyKeR, which will be our next match here. So he's not quite out of it yet.
So, Mr. Machine, do you need a break? Do you want to take a few minute break to go to the bathroom, or we want to continue?
Sure, yeah. Let's do a few minute break here.
Okay, guys. So we will be back in a few minutes. Go take some snacks and we'll be back.
Alright, see you soon.
Okay, okie dokie.
Welcome back, everybody, to BSL Group G here in the round of 32. Yeah, we just witnessed the winners finals of the group, JDConan coming out the victor over Zetty in a very close series, 2-1. But yeah, now here in the lower bracket, we will see StRyKeR from America facing off against the Swedish Zerg KameZerg, which should be a pretty epic series here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. Definitely very epic. And again, ZVZ. And
I think I think these two players are opposites, basically, in their playstyle. StRyKeR is a little more like defensive-minded. I think he's a player who really likes to rely on just basically getting to that mutatech, using mutas from there. But kind of like I was saying in the previous series, KameZerg has a very hyper-aggressive style, even more so than I think what we saw out of Zetty. He really likes to get that expansion one way or another early on, or even goes second hatch in main early, and then he will just throw Speedling Scourge at his opponent, taking out Overlords to supply block, like really just kind of like knife fighting his opponent. And it's quite difficult to play against if you're really not used to the style. So we'll kind of have to see how StRyKeR ends up dealing with that. Yeah, as you can see here, KameZerg got some pretty cool, insider info here. Favorite food, grilled fish. Favorite Koreans, Nalra and JDConan. Cool seeing the Nalra choice as a Zerg player. But yeah, JDConan also like basically the first god of muta control back in the day.
Yeah.
Likes parrots. It's kind of cool.
It's still my favorite highlight movie of the Korean guys. There is this JDConan highlights when he was winning against Reach and Isle of Off. Like, this is the highlights I was watching like 15 times. Definitely one of the Zegs, which many Zegs probably started to be Zegs because of him.
Definitely. The match that always comes back to me is JDConan versus Good Friend, the Terran.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember that one where JDConan's dad's in the stands. He does this like fist bump when his son JDConan starts coming back against Good Friend. It's just so epic. It was, oh man, I got like chills watching that when back in the day. It was so
it
cool.
was on the space map where there was minerals blocking the in between the main base and natural. It was like, if you will think about this map now, it was so not in Zerg favor. And he was like
terrible for Zerg. Yeah, I never went on that map.
What was the name of the map? It was like
I cannot remember it now.
No. Oh my god. Yeah, but it was something for F, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right. But he lost his natural, I think, that game, and still came back to win it. It was crazy. But yeah, I know the exact map you're thinking of, because that's definitely the one.
Yeah.
No one could deal with mutas back then.
Yeah, exactly. That was great, catching the reinforcements. I know exactly what game you're talking about. That was one of the most hyped Zegs. And I also seen Good Friend I remember had this long nails. And they showed it in the camera, like same as Mini now. Like
yeah.
I guess this is his. This is the probably helps Terran to macro, like go for control 0 without the big nail. It's impossible with the small hands.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's an advantage. Maybe that's my excuse, Zero. That's why I don't win BSL. I need to grow my nails out. Then I can hit all the keys.
Yeah, I guess that's why I'm using only 7 beans, because my fingers are too short.
Yeah. Yes, I have the same problem.
Okay, so StRyKeR versus KameZerg in our losers match is going to start on Polestar, and we are ready. So let's get to the first match of the series.
Alrighty, here we go. Game 1, spawning bottom right side as the blue Zerg. From USA, it is StRyKeR.
And on the bottom left, directly from Sweden, this is KameZerg. And I'm trying to think about other Swedish guys, because I guess there is Oya, there is Agie, I guess also 80 Mullet is from Sweden.
Yes, yeah,
But
80s Mullet's from Sweden.
we don't have that many players in Pro League nowadays from Sweden.
Yeah, not as many anymore, I guess.
I remember back in the day,
Still,
Sweden has a great national team. They had this extremely powerful Zerg player who was like, they had a very, very decent. I guess there is a good StarCraft history in Sweden, so that's why they have still some fans over there.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny, like how many good players from how many different countries over the years we've seen, you know, in the foreign scene, and how there's never really been, you know, outside of Korea, too much of like a dominant streak from any one nation until, you know, like DeWalt and Boneth basically show up.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely a good rotation of folks, and then I don't know, maybe Mondragon had a reign for a while, I would say. But yeah, at the moment, man, between Boneth and DeWalt, you know, they pretty much have everybody else is second best. We're gonna see a 12 hatch expand out of StRyKeR. I cannot believe this.
Oh, I guess
This
it was
is
11.
Oh, okay, it was 11. I don't know what the 11 is ever supposed to do in this matchup. I'll be honest with you. You're not gonna hold a 9 pool, so I don't understand why Zergs do it, but sure.
Like you are buying like from 5 to 7 seconds thanks to that, and maybe StRyKeR is expecting to pull some drones and to be able to defend thanks to that. Like, yeah, I'm always like, it's questionable, but I would like to see how it matches to the 9 pool. What he would do if the 9 pool would arrive. That's sometimes when I watch Korean VODs and I see them do something, and I'm in my mind I'm saying like, what would you do if your opponent would do that? And I'm very happy when the opponent does that, and I'm seeing, oh, that's what you do, and
yeah,
maybe I would learn something from StRyKeR if he would show me.
absolutely. Yeah, I like seeing the same mindset, because yeah, there's no reason why I would ever go the 11 hatch instead of 12 hatch, just because in my experience 9 pool still kills you. So I don't know, I don't get it. But I also don't have the best drone versus Zergling control, so I think that's probably a key factor.
Oh, me neither. That's why I don't go for 12 hatch and 12 pool. But who knows what I will do, Mr. Zazu. Okay, so we have 2 drones advantage for StRyKeR now, but it means that okay, he's droning up even more. He will have an overload.
That's crazy. He droned up even more. It is speedlings here from KameZerg as well. Still though, I think StRyKeR has the advantage in position. Ooh, not if he lets the Zergling get picked off here. There's a countering Zergling of StRyKeR in KameZerg's main.
Oh, 2 drones. It's huge.
Yeah, 2 drones and the lost mining time. That's huge from StRyKeR. I mean, he already had an advantage, but he has such a big advantage. And there's a sunken colony from KameZerg here. StRyKeR doesn't even need to attack, but it looks like he's going to anyway.
Yeah, I guess, like, oh, the drone was forced. Maybe that's why, like, I'm wondering, as StRyKeR, you are very happy with how the game goes right now. You can see the sunken, but you have the drone advantage. Like, usually when you see your opponent going for the sunken, that means that you are usually behind in drones. But right now, StRyKeR has more links and more drones, so...
Drones, much faster Spire. There isn't something... Yeah, he's got an advantage in every single way.
Oh, there are
and that's,
something.
I was just gonna say, that's 12 hatch. That's why this build, man, it ticks me off when I lose to it, but it's such a simple win a lot of the time.
Yeah, look at StRyKeR. He's even going for 3 overloads, so he will not have to build any more during the entire game. In most of the cases of ZVZ. Oh, and
This is
but
a big
this is
Zergling timing.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
a brilliant timing just before the mutas. He just need to collect the links, not attack like a train, but attack with all of them because the numbers advantage should be there for KameZerg, but he's not attacking with every single link.
He might have still done it though.
Whoa! What a big link amount. StRyKeR will have the mutas in a second, but the drones should start falling.
Yeah, Muta is up, but this is so many Zerglings in the mineral line here for StRyKeR. Man, I can't believe it. This is the big damage here from KameZerg.
Like when you think about it, this Sunken is really smart because then it feels like gave us StRyKeR confidence that he has a links number, but KameZerg was building just links after that, and that was a brilliant move from him.
Think that we're quite out of it yet. I think StRyKeR possibly still has an advantage, but
Yeah.
this made things very scary here for StRyKeR.
Yeah, KameZerg needed the damage done, and he did it. So, and even having those links in the map, it's not allowing StRyKeR to move out with his own mutas. So he's not able to exploit the fact that there is no Spire from KameZerg. Ooh.
Man, even more drone kills here. We're still seeing just a single drone advantage now here for StRyKeR. But obviously he started that muta production much earlier, has more gas banked with the faster natural gas. But here we go. This is KameZerg's style. Like I was saying before, he really likes mass Scourge. He is going to throw so many Scourge at StRyKeR, and hit StRyKER's overlords, everything he can. And if you're not ready for this style, it can be very difficult. But you know, StRyKeR, obviously we saw in the previous series, he's got incredible muta control. He's not going to let these Scourge really easily just, you know, kill a few muta here and there.
Yeah. And there will be... Oh, this is 4 mutas and some Scourges are already trying to connect with the StRyKeR muta. StRyKeR needs to be careful. Oh, this is going to be... Oh. A lot of Scourges.
That was a pretty good connect from KameZerg, I'll say.
Yeah. And the links at the same time. Oh, they're coming back.
StRyKeR has drone disadvantage now. Oh, he killed StRyKER's overlord too. Still, there's plenty of overlords left from StRyKER. StRyKER needs to just gather everything and go kill. I think he just can do that right now.
He's killing more overlords. That's...
I told you, he does this. I've faced off against him on ladder so many games, and if he catches you too much, it gets really annoying.
So now StRyKER needs to build the overlord in a second. I guess the drone number is equalized, but the muta count is there for StRyKER, so there needs to be a couple more Scourges connections. Oh, and there is one.
There were drones not mining for StRyKER that whole time. He just found them.
Oh,
oh, don't...
yeah.
He's trying to splash the Scourge, but man, that was a weak hatchery. I don't know if you want to be splashing that too much. I mean, we have more gas even being mined now for KameZerg. It looks like he just wants to continue throwing Scourge at StRyKER, but StRyKER's decided this is enough. He's just gonna go for it here.
Yeah, he's seen so many Scourges being wasted on the overlords that they can't be too many. Oh, another connection. I guess KameZerg is not microing, and this is big numbers advantage for StRyKER. Even the links in the main base. What a great micro.
Yeah, he's got that incredible Zergling control. Zergling's killing off, drones in the main. GG is called there. And it looks like StRyKER going to go up 1-0 after a pretty close set.
Yeah, pretty close set. Much appreciation for KameZerg for having this great timing with the links. Like if he wouldn't attack with one link after another, he could have even more links, winning the advantage, winning the earlier battle, so he could have done more damage. So that was a very smart play from him.
Yeah, remember this was off of a hatch or 11 hatch or whatever from StRyKeR expand. So it was definitely build order advantage to StRyKeR there early on. So hats off to Kame for kind of still being able to keep it interesting, you know, given the econ disadvantage from the start. But yeah, StRyKeR up 1-0 here versus KameZerg. Winner of this going to go on to face Zetty in the losers finals for Group G. But you know, things look like they're starting to look pretty promising for StRyKeR here game 1, but KameZerg still has plenty of time to take it back here. It will be his map choice for the second game, so he's got that going for him. I do think he tends to prefer those larger maps, and like I said, really likes the Zergling Scourge counter style. If he can get a quick early like third hatchery, he'd prefer to do so. We saw a 12 pool expand out of him last game, which has kind of been par for the course today, so we'll have to see how he chooses to adjust. I doubt we're going to see another 11 hatch expand out of StRyKeR, but you never know. Anything's possible here. And it looks like, yeah, map going to be Metropolis, another big 4-player map here. Great for, you know, Zerg versus Zerg. Great for that 12 pool expo style that we've been seeing all day today. But yeah, with this, our players are ready to go, folks. Let's jump into game number 2. And spawning top left side as the blue Zerg, we have BSL StRyKeR.
And on the bottom left, directly from Sweden, fighting for his life in the tournament, this is KameZerg.
Looks like neither player are going to get the early Overlord scout off. They're both scouting, well, StRyKeR's actually scouting what I would consider the wrong way, but I guess it kind of, either one kind of works on this map.
Yeah, but because I don't know what's the right way. Like in ZVP, I always send it towards my third base, so I will know if I'm expanding closer to the Protoss. But in ZVZ, like both naturals seems to be in the similar length or distance. So
you're right. On this map, it is. Yeah. I guess there isn't really a right way here. Ooh, look at that pool placement from KameZerg. This is going to speed up that top mineral patch. That makes me think he's going to try to get aggressive here. And this is also overpool. I'll be honest, I think I've said it before. This isn't really a build ZVZ. I don't like overpool. It beats almost nothing except a 9 pool, and that's it.
And that's what we have from StRyKeR.
Yeah, which is just fortunate. That's all I can say. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, it loses to like 3 or 4 different builds and only beats 9 pool. So I guess it's gonna work. It should pay off here for him.
Yeah, like if only he will do it well, he should have more gas, or at least similar amount of gas, and similar timing of the layer. So yeah,
He's got
one
that extra drone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a big advantage because of the 1 drone. Keep in mind again, with that pool positioning, there's not really a position for a sunken there now. So
yeah,
KameZerg is basically saying, I'm going to get aggressive with this.
Okay, he will scout the links with the overall, but now he's not paying attention. Oh my god. He scared
better
StRyKeR.
engagement there from StRyKeR, I would say. It kind of evened out, it looks like. StRyKeR's maybe going to lose that close Zergling. He's going to have to continually make more and more Zerglings here to kind of hang on.
StRyKeR made this extra drone, even going for this another one, just so he will be able to mine a little bit more gas. But we will have a speed for KameZerg, so he will want to be aggressive with the links.
Yeah, he will. I kind of thought he would with that pool placement for sure. looks like it's gonna happen. Pretty dead even game state despite the overpool versus 9 pool positioning. StRyKeR, if anything, has 2 drone advantage.
This is pretty big, but on the other hand, there is a big link advantage for KameZerg, so he will probably force a sunken. Oh, StRyKeR is even trying to escape with the hatch.
He needs to double sunken right now. If he dies to these, yeah, he cancels the hatchery, puts down a sunken. It's definitely the right call. Still, this is going to be a tough ramp to hold here for StRyKeR. Starting to move in with those back Zerglings. The entrance is almost broken. 2 more rallying Zerglings pop in here. It's 3 versus 4. KameZerg barely coming out ahead. Sunken just about to finish though, just on time. And great reaction there from StRyKeR. Still, more and more Zerglings going to start filing across the map here. StRyKeR still sitting on a 2 drone advantage. Scouting the incoming additional Zerglings. He's going to have to be quick with his drone pull here. But I think with that sunken, he should have what he needs.
Yeah, this sunken is in such a good position that it's going to be hard to deal with it with the links. Oh, it's going to be 10, but... Yeah.
Instant pull out of those drones there. Very well done from StRyKeR. Is losing some drones though. Down to just 11, 10 drones. 9 drones. 8 drones. Oh! Wow, look at the pull.
8
does
to 8.
Keep...
Oh!
Yeah, 8 of them alive.
StRyKeR was going for the counter-attack, same as in the first game.
That's single slow Zergling. Yeah, running in and killing drones.
That's a confident boost and the morale winner. If you kill a couple drones with 1 link, or even 1 drone with 1 slow link, you feel definitely much better this game.
Yeah, it's a big relief when something like that happens. Still though, look at the drone count, very low for both players. It feels like neither player can really be too confident at the moment. The big difference right now is KameZerg has that Zergling speed, and StRyKeR did not spend it, so he's got the additional gas, and we see that reflected in the resources here.
On the other hand, StRyKeR was not mining with 3 for the entire time, where KameZerg was mining, so we can see 3,700 to 3,800. Like, this is 150 gas more mined by KameZerg thanks to this build order. So this speed kind of equalizes.
StRyKeR has just spent all of his gas. Does he have an upgrade come in? I don't know. Nope. Yeah, no upgrade.
KameZerg
Whereas
does.
there is an upgrade for KameZerg though, with that +1 attack. We'll have to see how that factors in here. Still, neither player making a single drone. Both are just trying to spend, maximize, their output here. And it looks like StRyKeR has more Muta, more Scourge. We'll see how this goes. Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, he should back up. He doesn't know. Very nice pickup here from KameZerg. StRyKeR's deciding now's the time. He's going to start diving in here. And sending in the Scourge of his own. But wow, great control here from KameZerg. And I think KameZerg maybe has done it. No rallying Muta here from StRyKeR.
What a great target
it's so
fire.
close. Wow, yeah, incredible target fire from StRyKeR here. I can't believe he did that. Wow.
Very impressive.
Yeah, he definitely has the advantage here.
Yeah, now killing the drones. You don't have larvas to replenish them. Even if you lose those 3 mutas, he killed so many drones.
He's got Scourge of his own coming in now, trying to pull KameZerg off of his own surviving muta. Not quite able to do so. Oh, but he does keep the muta inside the main. It'll continue to pluck away at this drone line of KameZerg. KameZerg now looking for just a big Scourge counter. I think he's done it. I think this is just barely going to be able to finish off KameZerg. Look at the control.
Yeah, he wants to kill all the drones. I don't blame him, but GG from KameZerg or KameZerg.
Yeah. GG is called. Yeah, looks like StRyKeR going to take the set 2-0 over KameZerg, but it was very, very close from both these players.
Yeah.
I knew they were kind of like opposite styles, right? Like KameZerg definitely was playing way more aggressive with the early Zergling timings, and it was just so close to working. But StRyKeR, I mean, showcasing some really good drone control. I was impressed with the drone drilling there. You know, it felt like he hung on, 9-8 drones there for like 5 seconds versus 5 Zerglings inside his main, but was able to kind of manage that out. And obviously you got to talk about the muta control again, man. He had just impressive muta control didn't even have the numbers going into that last fight, but was still able to come out on top with his target firing. So very well done there from StRyKeR.
So Mr. Machine, do you need a break before the final match? Or we
Nope,
are going
I'm all good.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
let's see it.
Let's see who will be the second Zerg advancing. At least, I guess this is the way my sister would manage to make sure that the Zergs will advance. At least 2 Zergs with a round of 20, like we have. Because Digi and Crossy are already in the round of 20, so there are a couple of Zergs that you can count on, but overall this is going to be one of those 2 guys, StRyKeR or Zetty. And so far the Zetty is winning 2-1.
Yeah, so far as Zetty, I mean, he is up. He is going into this being a little more confident. But maybe, StRyKeR will be feeling better coming off that fresh win versus KameZerg. We saw him kind of showcase some different build orders, and it did end up working out for him. Namely the 11 hatch or 12 hatch expansion. I wonder if we'll end up seeing that again. But yeah, who knows?
Yep, who knows? Let's see if we will see 12 pull again, then from Zetty twice, then it's in the round of 20. If he will advance, then it will be pretty hard to know what to play against him. But I think 12 hatch will have just a couple more percentages for success.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be surprised if throughout this whole series we don't see StRyKeR go 12 hatch at least one time. And yeah, map 1 going to be Polestar. Great map for a 12 hatch. But yeah, both our players are ready to go, folks. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 of our losers finals. And spawning bottom right side of Polestar as the red Zerg hailing from the United States, it is StRyKeR.
And on the bottom left, directly from Peru, Mr. Eric Maravi, aka Zetty.
So again, StRyKeR getting the scouting advantage. It's pretty big. ZVZ could come into play here.
No.
Oh no, what is he doing? If you're already that far, commit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Especially that this was the right position to scout, right? Like, you want to scout closer to the natural.
Yeah, it is. But we saw him last game scout opposite too. He seems to. Well, I guess it's hard to say on that map, Metropolis or whatever. But if there is I don't know. He wants to scout opposite. That's all I could say. It's not the right call, but
yeah.
For this game anyway.
Gruglog is
must
sub
be going-
Gosu for 30 months.
He is going hatch.
Apparently I am still subbing.
Okay.
Go.
That's why he doesn't want to show what his build is, and you know what? It's gonna pay off. It's another 12 pull out of Zetty. He's gonna force Zetty out of his comfort zone here.
Oh yeah, this is the build order advantage. If he would also scout, like if you have 12 hatch and you are scouting the 12 pull, this is the dream scenario, because then you can even drone up and go for the sunken and be happy with the outcome. And of course I wanted to thanks to Mr. Haosu for 20 euro donation to the goal to make BSL 21. This is the start great start of the goal, 20 euros for the start, and yeah, I appreciate that a lot. We plan to have BSL21 after the holidays, so it's going to be probably September, October.
Oh, nice. Okay. After the holidays is always a good time for it.
Yeah, I tried to make it during the holidays, but there are so many people traveling, and also the kids are out of school, so people are committed to spend time with them and plan the time with them as well.
Yeah, the Broodwar community is turning into a bunch of old folks like us with kids, and
Yeah.
kind of tough. You gotta work around some schedules for sure.
Yeah, that's why you can see that in 7 years, I guess this is the 8th year of BSL coming back. Out of 8 years, the schedule, like the starting time from 6:30 moved to 8 p.m. just because of this reason. Okay, but we have 12 hatch and 12 pool with just links from... Okay, so Zetty added 1 extra drone. Or not?
Okay, that's good. Actually, I don't think he did. Yeah,
no,
he's
he
only got
didn't.
8 on mineral. Yeah. So, I mean, Zetty's playing like safe. StRyKeR is saying, you know what? I'm gonna throw my textbook out the window. Time to stop doing math and time to start making making more drones and taking some risks here. But it's gonna pay off for him. Cause yeah, there's just no way really for Zetty to catch up. The one thing he can do wrong is get too greedy with it. You know, he's got a drone advantage. He's got 3 drones. Just make a bunch of Zerglings now. You know, it's like the game versus KameZerg. It was unnecessarily risky.
Oh yeah,
he could have made a sunken and still been, I mean, completely fine at a point with because he's just got such a big advantage, right? He's had more larva here. He's got the faster spire. He's had more drones right up until right now. You know, at some point, just make extra Zerglings. Don't get caught. And yeah, he's gonna get aggressive. Looks like.
Yeah, it makes sense, but on the other hand, there will be the defender's advantage. Let's see, I really like the drone pool, but it seems like so many more links for StRyKeR. Oh, is it?
The drone pool actually lured a lot of Zerglings away from StRyKeR. It was very well done. Yeah, game state looks very even. StRyKeR still wants to press forward though, which is not like him, which is why I'm kind of glad we're seeing this. This is just not how he normally does things. But we're seeing a very confident StRyKeR just kind of move in. 2 Zerglings in the main again. That's been a calling card for him. He has managed to get small amounts of Zerglings in all of his opponent's mains here so far.
Yeah, but overall this is pretty decent crisis management from Zetty as well. I guess if he will lose those... Oh, he didn't lose it, so this is the equal number. Like, look at the supplies. This is 5 supply advantage for Zetty.
Muta's are being produced now though from StRyKeR, and that's the big advantage. But the difference is he has pushed Zetty all the way back to his side of the map now. Zetty has been forced to make more Zerglings just to survive, and there is no pressure on StRyKeR now. Here we go. There will be now. Looks like Zetty sees the retreating Zerglings, has quite a few Zerglings of his own, and wants to press out onto the map.
Yeah, this is the advantage that Zetty has, but losing this overload is very painful, especially if you are playing like from a, let's call it, behind build order, when 12 full versus 12 patch, every 100 minerals is very, very hard to recover from.
Yes. Yeah, it really is. That's a big supply block, right? It's just going to allow StRyKeR to continue to drone, get his natural Vespene Geyser up online. And now Zetty's in this weird point where he wants to make drones, but he has to make Muta just to survive at this point.
Yeah, and again, he spent... Oh, I guess he will want to attack maybe with the links, because he definitely has a link advantage. He don't want to lose it, but if he would attack Mutas versus Mutas and links versus links, the links will win engagement, so there is a chance for some damage with them. So maybe that's what he's aiming for. We'll have 5 Mutas and 4 Scourges versus 8 Mutas from StRyKeR. guess he's not attacking.
This is going to be a tough call. I mean, StRyKeR has shown just perfect muta control this entire time. So it's really going to be tough for Zetty to kind of, walk away with a successful timing attack here.
Oh yeah. I really love those links on the high ground, just to not allow anything terrible happen. Like, if there will be more links, those things will be able to buy as much time as possible. You can always pull the drones. The hatchery is beefy, so it can tank some shots. Oh, pulling the...
Yeah.
Not...
Yeah, it's a really nice position. That's something I don't do as often as I should, for sure. It's just, yeah, put your Zerglings in your main, like pull the drones before the Zerglings even arrive, and then defend on the high ground. Yeah.
Oh, and now StRyKeR feels like he has a timing on his own. Let's see. Oh, one Scourge's connection.
It's a nice connect. Still though, Zetty doing a great job. Ooh, being defensive here. Good focus firing from Zetty, actually. Doesn't lose any drones either. Gets the Scourge.
Then gets the second one. He is buying a lot of time, not losing the drones. This is what he needs right now. I'm shocked that his links are not counter-attacking at the moment, because he has the links advantage for sure. And now StRyKeR needs to micro against those Scourges. And he's doing a very good job with it.
Both players really are. I mean, Zetty's hitting every one of his shots as well. It's still very, very close between these two. Here we go, Zerglings coming in from StRyKeR, but it looks like there's a counter force on the map here from Zetty as well. It's going to at least pull StRyKeR's attention elsewhere for now.
And StRyKeR also spent a lot of gas for Scourges as well, so maybe Zetty will be able to catch up with the muta count. Like, we have now 11 from StRyKeR, but we have 9 for Zetty, soon to be 11 as well for him, so this is the magical number you are aiming for.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. I mean, the Zerglings could be a factor too if there's a big counter that happens. Here we go. That's so many Scourge. Oh, big connections there from StRyKeR.
Somehow Zetty, with the defender's advantage, is able to push him back 8-8.
But so many of those are low from Zetty here, so this is going to be tough. Zetty needs to counter with his Zerglings at the same time and try to buy some time there. Maybe if he gets a pack of Zerglings out on the map, he can kill a few drones and gain some type of advantage. I mean, he's got the supply advantage, surprisingly, actually.
Yeah, but now StRyKeR is building more links because he sees that it's not working too well to win with just mutas, so he wants to connect it. It's very impressive how Zetty is able to stabilize it despite mining this gas. Like, he mined 200 less gas over here and 200 less gas in the main base and still manages to fight back. Mutas versus mutas. I guess no upgrades for neither of them.
Yeah, it really has. Yeah, neither player feels safe enough to produce upgrades yet. Nice Overlord pickup there from Zetty as well.
Ooh,
okay, third base from StRyKeR gonna be countered. No, it's not. Okay, it's gonna be close. Yeah, and actually that's gonna force a counter out of StRyKeR. StRyKER's just gonna go for it now. Wow.
Oh, this is very risky because those things... Oh, nice catch on this one, Muta.
Yeah, that was a big catch there from Zetty. Wow.
Oh,
what control from
left.
Zetty.
What a control, but the links from StRyKeR are making a mess in the main base of Zetty, but there are some links in the main, in the middle of the map. He was not paying attention to them.
Yeah, Zetty maybe could have been countering with those Zerglings at the same time, but still, it's a sizable amount of Zerglings. Somehow Zetty only down 2 drones after all this. And he definitely got the better of the control, I'll say that. StRyKeR has very minimal number of mutas here, and yeah, it looks like Zetty just wants to go.
He has links advantage, he has 10 supply advantage. He's going for the drones. Oh, let's see. Oh, he's not paying attention, so the Scourges might connect.
Oh no.
This is the dream scenario
he hit the pool.
for StRyKeR. The drones are falling.
Yeah, the drones definitely are falling. This was, wow, unfortunately a little blundered there from
Only
Zetty.
2 drones are left. I think Zetty needs to go for the spores and he will be in decent position. Even more links are being built from StRyKeR. He lost the natural.
Yeah, if he just made a spore right now and survived, he probably has this. StRyKeR probably knows that as well. We're seeing him make non-stop Zerglings. The counter is on its way.
He needs to cancel this Muta if he wants to make anything more this game.
I don't think he wants to. I think he wants to just go do or die. I think he's just going for it here. We'll see how this one goes.
Great micro so far. The links are also putting the timer. Oh, Zetty needs to pay attention, but StRyKeR with the magnificent micro.
Whoa. This is just flawless control. He's gonna do it?
Yeah.
He's gonna do it.
No drones
I
needed.
think he... Oh my gosh, man. StRyKeR just making it as difficult as possible to win a game, but still doing so. Oh my god. Like, I don't know, man.
It's so impressive.
It's been a wild one. It really is. Oh man, nice pickup there from Zetty. Unscorched does connect. It looks like StRyKeR's gonna have to pull everything back just to try to defend a building, but he's got enough buildings left. Now they're in this really weird cat and mouse game. StRyKeR gonna be forced. Oh, he gets on top of this Muta though. Wow. He should be able to kill off these remaining Zerglings here, but he can't even build a drone. So eventually, oh man, kills the Scourge without losing Muta either. I think he's got it. He's got to send all of his overlords around and maybe keep a Muta or two back at home just to deal with countering Zerglings, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess
he canceled it.
That's what he needs, and that he doesn't have anything. I guess he has 80 minerals for 1 drone, but 4 links are not dealing that much damage.
Yeah, he is trying to make 1 drone. It looks like he'll make 1 out of the main here. But I mean, it will take so long, so many like mining pathways. Oh, maybe he killed Zetty's Muta?
Yeah, I think that was the lonely Mutas of Zetty. And yeah, I really like the split now. We easy enough to micro against the Scourges. In theory.
He's gonna be smart about it and hunt around, it looks like, for these Zerglings for a little bit. He's got that second group in the corner at home, ready to defend. And yeah, I don't see how Zetty can come back from here. Maybe he's got to make more Zerglings and hopefully kill some buildings or something, but there's just too many buildings left.
Yeah, this is just too much, but this game got much closer than I expected it will be. And GG from Zetty. StRyKeR fights back.
Yeah, man. Ends up taking the losers finals with a pretty convincing 2-0 over Zetty.
No, this is 1-0.
I mean, I just was it? Oh, shoot,
it was just the first game, right?
My bad. Yeah. I forgot they played earlier.
Yeah, they played earlier. That's true.
So yeah, 1-0. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, big, first win in the series because, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. He ended up changing his build, which was what I feel like I wanted to see. We were both kind of calling for it. And it ends up being a pretty big win there over Zetty. Zetty getting a little too predictable with the 12 pull expo. Like, he executes it very well. Now it's time zero. Like, he's got to just change it up, whether it's 9 pool, whether it's 9 gas, or he does a 12 hatch expand himself. You can't just let your opponent know you're going to do a very middle of the road build every single game, or they should adjust.
But what would you do as a StRyKeR now? Would you go for 12 hatch again since it's worked?
Nope. No. I think that's a gift you only get once in a series, in a best of 3 like this.
Yeah, this is too much to ask
you know,
for, right?
yeah, I think it's too much to ask for. I might go like 9 pull speed and try to just, because also Zetty didn't really respect StRyKeR going the 9 pull, you know, previously as well. 9 pull speed could be a good option here, but who knows? You know, any of them can work, obviously. It looks like game number 2 going to be another big 4-player map. It's going to be Radion here as the choice from Zetty. So both our players are ready to go, and let's go ahead and jump into the game. Ooh, all right. Spawning top right side of Radion as the red Zerg. Trying to come back from Peru, it is DM Zetty.
On the bottom left, fighting for the rematch. This is American Zerg StRyKeR. I guess he's winning now because... Sorry?
I was going to say, it's just another big 4-player map, and they don't know that they're cross spawns, but again, this is a favorable position for being a little greedy, I guess.
Yeah, but again, if you are picking the guy Radion, this is a good 12 pull map. At least it seems this way. I guess every map is good 12 pull map.
I'd say 4-player maps are better than most at 12 pull. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if that's true. But yeah, it is a great map for 12 pull expand, for sure. Both players making an Overlord.
I was saying that StRyKeR is winning because now he's playing with the BSL tag, and the first match against Zetty he was playing without it, so that's 11 hatch?
Again, an 11
12
hatch.
pull. Then they...
Oh, come on, Zetty. I mean, if you're StRyKeR, this is just a hard read. He's saying, I think this is Zetty's only like build, or like his most confident build in a set, and he feels like he has to pull this off in order to like take a win. Maybe I'm surprised we're not seeing a different build out of Zetty after the last game.
Now when I'm thinking about it, maybe 11 hatch is good against the 9 pull with cross possession. Maybe that's what StRyKeR is eliminating, to not lose against 9 pull from cross possession. Maybe that's why
you know, maybe actually I didn't think of that, but yeah, because there is so much more travel time cross position, it might be able to save you against a 9 pull. You know, if you pull all your drones and do it well.
This is additional 33%. You are kind of winning, not winning, but like securing yourself from dying.
True. Either way, this is not the 9 pull though. This is going to be another 12 pull here out of Zetty. This is a pretty tough disadvantage to come back from. It's even the lair first version from StRyKeR, so he's very happy to play passive and just kind of sit back. We are seeing Zergling speed out of Zetty, so likely, you know, going to see more of that Zetty aggression, mass speedlings, trying to pressure in on StRyKeR's natural. Yeah.
And that's where the hatch first build gives you advantage. There are extra. He will have at least like 3 extra larvas, or at least 2 extra larvas with this build. So it's going to be 4 to 6 links advantage. In theory.
Yeah. As well as
as well as those extra drones which you built earlier, right?
Yep. So again, it's just a hard counter, really. It's such a big advantage, and we're seeing a sunken out of Zetty. I'm surprised to see that sunken so early.
Actually like it. Now he will try to get, like, if StRyKeR wouldn't know about it and he would invest a lot into the links, Zetty can escape with the drone count, and with the sunken, maybe he is even, I guess he finished the speed. Yeah, he finished the speed, so I thought that maybe he will skip the speed, but look at that, he has a 3 drones advantage. But now it's going to be like, sunken is great, but you still need the links to support. Like, sunken should work as a tank and links should work as a damage dealer, so you need
Yes.
you have enough links still to defend against mass links, and we can see StRyKeR is, I guess now he's droning up, so that's good for Zetty.
Yeah, it was definitely good for Zetty. It's going to allow him to kind of get himself back into this game in a little more even footing, despite the build order disadvantage. Still, though, this is a lot of Zerglings out of StRyKeR. He's been at a drone advantage for quite some time. We're seeing the faster natural gas. We're seeing, faster Spire. But it did allow Zetty to get the proper drone count he needed and kind of survive here. There's no way Zetty can counter, though. He does not have Zergling advantage. He knows it, too. He's just kind of fainting around.
Oh, this is hard to do, but this is so effective.
It is. It's one of those things I'm too lazy to do, but
me too.
It. I mean, even a half wall like this is...
Jesus
no
Christ,
way!
It's Jason Bourne. Oh, yeah. No.
He can't believe he's... Yeah, he just kind of snuck through there. He even picks up a drone for it. Jesus fucking Christ. It's Jason Bourne. I love that.
Oh my god, and another 2 links. At least he sees the muta timing, he sees how many drones there are. And he has 4 drones advantage, that's insane. If he will be... But StRyKeR has so many more links.
Yeah, he really does. This is, but he's allowing himself to get pulled back by a smaller number of Zerglings. StRyKeR is ultimately very safe. He likes to play this game very, very safe. But yeah, you can't be letting one Zergling pull you all the way back into your main like this. Oh, and don't lose the drone.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
Zetty badly needs another hatchery. Like, he is so supply blocked. He should make 1 more overload, because 1 overload is 4 mutas, and he has money for more of them.
Yeah. Looks like he listened to you. 2nd overlord on the way. I feel like StRyKeR missed the timing. I feel like he had so many Zerglings at a point, especially with the early beta, but now it's not so sure.
Yeah, if he will allow Zetty to build up the gas he has, it's going to be very, very close.
Maybe this is good timing here for StRyKeR, actually. We're seeing him at supply advantage. He's got Scourge rallying on the way. So many Zerglings out on the map. Zetty's taking a 3rd base at the same time here. So he's at least got to prevent that from happening.
And that's
here we
sure.
go.
And the links are also very dangerous.
So many Zerglings, though. And they absorb quite a bit of the splash from Zetty. Rallying Scourge coming in now for both players. Just such top-tier control.
And StRyKeR winning both engagements, links and mutas.
Yeah. Very well controlled there. W is called from Zetty, and it looks like StRyKeR going to take the losers finals 2-0 after some pretty close games, actually.
Yeah, but that was beautiful adjustment from him. Like, he's seen how Zetty plays, and he decided to just play around it and just play a build order counter, and it worked out nicely.
Yeah, it really did. You know, it is such a big risk to go something like that 12 hatch or 11 hatch even expand in Zerg vs Zerg. You know, historically such an aggressive matchup, ZVZ. It's so easy to lose to 5 Zerglings in a game like this. But yeah, StRyKeR did it very well. Nice adjustment there. And it ends up pulling off a big win for him to get into the round of 20.
And yeah, that's going to close the group today. JDConan and StRyKeR advances. I would say that just as most of the people were voting on Discord that those 2 guys will advance, but Zetty really showed magnificent performance, really good games. Even the game he lost on Polestar against StRyKeR, it was really like he bring it to the edge, and it was very, very close and great performance by him. So I'm really looking forward to see him in next season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, took a game off of JDConan, the group winner, to beat StRyKeR in the previous series tonight. Yeah, he really is showing great improvement. He was a big threat in this group, and yeah, I'm sure we'll see him again next season.
Yeah, let's hope. I guess KameZerg also showed a great games. Unfortunately, he didn't play the first game versus JDConan. Many people have voted that this was the group of death. So yeah, because it was so hard to decide who will advance. This is ZVZ, but yeah, good performance by KameZerg and Zetty, but JDConan and StRyKeR are advancing. And tomorrow we will have Group D, Hawk, Peroflaco, DNMax, and Jumper.
That's wow, what a group actually. Yeah, Hawk versus Peroflaco, always going to be exciting set. I would say Hawk probably the favorite there, man. He's really been he's such a student of the game, put so much time in recently, and yeah, he's performing very well. Peroflaco, always someone with an ace up his sleeve. He's always got
SK
something
Mincheered
unique planned for
X500.
a set. Someone who varies into so many different styles of play. So he can prove to be difficult even for someone Hawk's level. And then DNMax Jumper, man, good old Jumper, former still a Red Clan member with me, and always fun to see him play. He's got a very aggressive style of his own. And DNMax been playing very well as of late too, so two very strong Playdices to round the Group D off. Should be fun.
Yeah, very fun. And tomorrow we'll have two, let's say, new casters of BSL casting it, Mr. Ashidaki and Firetip, aka Taldarin. So I'm looking forward to see how those guys will pair up, and I think this is a great group to start your journey with BSL, because obviously everyone wanted to cast today's group with 4 Zergs, but they will have 3 races over there, so there will be a little bit of chocolate for everyone.
For sure, a little more different flavors for everybody.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be cool. Cool.
Okay, Mr. Machine, will you be able to maybe thank to the sponsors, as you are more experienced in that?
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, first and foremost, definitely want to thank our big main sponsors here, Liquid Nazgul, Liquid Steve, holding it together, donating so much to the BSL and the Broodwar community for so many years, but literally standing it up at the moment. So gotta give a big hats off to those two gentlemen. Also, Rustbrain, always a big donator, big part of this our community here, and continually donating year after year, man. That guy is really important to our community and keeps us going after so many seasons. Dragon as well for donating for 2v2 ProLeague. We have a Dun donating to BSL 2025 LAN parties. And then LML, always a big supporter of the BSL Weekly, but donates a lot of his own time behind the scenes as well, just kind of keeping running these leagues on the back end. So yeah, always such a big supporter. But yeah, we see a lot of our large donators as well under the BSL 20 goal supporters. So many big donations kind of keeping us going. But at the Wolf of Wall Street level, $200 a month, we have Andrew. Thank you for your support. At the Bombastic General level, $100 a month, we have My Fleeting Dream. Always a name on there. We at the Colonel level, $50 a month, we have StRyKeR. Got to see him play today. Big wins. Well done, and congratulations again for today. At the Bombastic Major Plus Plus level, $30 a month, we have Tupacalypse. And at the major level, $20 a month, we have Scheming Gypsy, Chaosu, Medinho, Stephen Robertson, KJ, LML, and Nicholas Schuler. Thank you all so much for your donations, and to everyone, big and small. Even $5 goes so long, so far. $2 in this community, supporting prize goals, get people paid for their time, and continually allowing us to produce BSL season after season. So thank you all so much. And that's it for today, Zero. Thank you so much, man. It's been fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
It's
that
been a
was
little bit.
very fun. We didn't. I guess we casted some. The first time we casted some Nation Wars. No, we casted some weekly tournament together a few months ago.
Yes.
But that was, I believe, the first BSL ProLeague cast together. So
Yeah.
that was fun. I really had a great time. And
Same here, man. I always do. Yeah, it was a good group. Being 4 Zergs, you know, it was a good group for us to cast together.
exactly, that's what I thought. Like, there is no one better to cast 4 Zergs groups as 2 Zergs. Like, Zergs will be satisfied, Protoss and Terrans will not watch anyway, so...
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Shoot.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, thanks again. Always fun.
Yeah, always fun. Thank you very much, guys. See you tomorrow for another group. But today this is it. And thank you, Mr. Machine, and see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.
See ya.